Okay, we're looking at another one of your questions. It says the highway mileage MPG for a sample of 8 different models of a car company can be found below. You're going to be asked to find the mean, the median, the mode, and standard deviation, and you're going to be asked to round it to 1 decimal place as needed. So recall in some other videos, you have to follow what Malcolm Math says is decimals on how many to put in there. It's really picky about those. So I'm going to do this one 2 different ways. The first one is you should never calculate standard deviation by hand. We got too much technology out there to do it for you. First of all, we're going to be using the TI emulator or any whatever calculator you've downloaded. The calculator should do both sample standard deviation and population standard deviation. There is a difference between the two. Statdisk Online will only do sample standard deviation. So if you go back into your course at the beginning, I do have in the student resources, I have this PDF file that's going to show you some symbols and English phrases written mathematically. You're going to use this when we get into binomial distributions quite a bit. So notice that we have symbols here. There's your quartile 1. We're going to be, when we're doing a sample mean, it's going to be X with a bar over it called X bar. If you're doing a population mean, it's going to be the Greek symbol mu. It looks like a cursive U. It's pronounced mu. And if you're doing sample standard deviation, it's just an S. If you're doing sample variance, it's just your S squared. Take that value and square it. If you're doing a population standard deviation, we denote that with a sigma, which is kind of like a circle, the line going straight across the top of it. And then a population variance is that sigma squared. So, and there's some other stuff down to there. So we'll go back there. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to do the TI. Over here where I can. And we're going to put these in a list. Stat. And edit. So just hit enter. And there's L1. And if L1 is not cleared, you can go down here. There's a place to hit clear. And we'll show you how to do that in a little bit. So I'm going to simply put in 20. Enter. 23. 26. 28, 29, 31, 35, 35. So 35, don't want that. Okay, that got me 8 values. Okay. So we're going to go to Stat, Calc. We're going to do 1 bar statistics. Okay, so notice that it's giving me, and I'm going to write this down on my document camera. Let me pull it up here. So our sample mean, X bar, is equal to 28.375. I think it said 1 decimal place, but I'm going to write them all down. Notice that it gives me the sum of all the X's. That's what that capital sigma is. I don't really need that. Now here are my standard deviation. The S sub X, it's really S sub X. They listed here on the calculator. That's your sample standard deviation. And it in this problem is going to be 5.3436. I'll go 4 decimal places with it. Now, if it had wanted the population, which we don't want on this one, but the sigma X is your population standard deviation. And it is 4.9984. And then it gives you your sample size as 8. It gives you your minimal, So that would be like if you was having to do the 5-number summary of your low, your quartile 1, your quartile 2, which is your median, quartile 3, and then there's your max. If you had to have those numbers for the 5-number summary when you're doing a box and whiskers. Okay. So, now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I am going to pull up Statdisk. I'm going to see if I can't just copy these in there. Copy to the, oh, and there's also videos here. We're just going to go to here. Use Statdisk online free. That's where I should have went. I guess it was already there. This is a little timer. I should have X'd that out right there. Now, you can't paste. I'm finding out that you can't just right click and paste in Statdisk. Use your Control V. Okay, well it brought it in with commas in there. So probably don't want to do that. So let me take that back out. And delete that back out. I'm gonna put it over here, Control V. And just to save some time, I'm just gonna type them in 20, 23, 26, 28, 29, 31, 35, 35. And then I'm just going to delete this out. Okay. So here we're going to go to, let's see what we're going to choose here. Here it is. It's under Data, Explore Data, Descriptive Statistics. We're in column 1, Evaluate. So notice that what we're given here, let me pull back up the document camera. Well, I wrote it down here, but we can, your mean is 28.375. Okay, it gives you your median here. I didn't write the median down a minute ago, and I was supposed to. There's really no, that's quartile 2. It's 28.5. Let me make sure that's what it was down here. Yeah. Sample standard deviation. Notice that Statdisk will not give you population. And it was 5.3436. And that's what we got here. And again, some other stuff that you really don't have to have right now. Go back here. And back up here. And so let's put in what we need. Oh, 1 decimal place. Okay. Decimal place. Let's just pull up the camera that. Okay. Oh, this is going to leave. $28.4. They're both leaving me. The median was 28.5. Oh, the mode. Did it even give me the mode on the calculator? Which, I mean, I can see that the mode's going to be, what, 35? The one that's most often. Let's see. Did it give you mode here? No, it didn't. Did it give you the mode on Statdisk? No. Mode is the one that occurs most often, so it's not giving us that, but that's easy enough to fix. Okay, and the mode was 35. And our standard deviation, again, this was sample. I wrote it down, was 5.3. Rounded 1 decimal place. Hey, let me know if you have any questions.